Salutations. My name is Yannick-Robin Eike. On May 26th of this year, I was sent a Zoom link from the Mccarter Theater's DEI person. She came onto the Zoom call with the stage manager of the production, Kelly Schwartz. They both started the conversation by being surprised at how okay I seemed physically. The night before, during a show, my body was telling me something was off the entire run. And after Sugar Cloud, before the finale, I had to leave the stage to throw up blood, which had known to be a part of the symptoms of my rare disease and my disability before that moment. I naturally have built myself to be able to work through what happens to my body, because everyone should be able to do what they love. Your body shouldn't stop you from that. And I never wanted my disabilities to get to a point where I would ever realize that I couldn't work. So they talk about how they're shocked that I look fine, even though I always look fine immediately after I threw up. It's been well over 12 hours at this point that I had to leave the stage. So I am more than fine. And Gina goes on to say, the theater had to get together, everyone who runs it, to have a meeting after yesterday, and it has come to our attention that your disabilities are too physically inconsistent for the physical requirements of theater. This show is bigger than you, and ultimately we are giving the last 3 shows of this run to your understudy. I asked very clearly, was a conversation about me leaving ever brought up because of misconduct, because of a bad work ethic, because I made people feel unsafe? All of the answers were no. So the last question I asked her was this: was the conversation ever considered before me having left the stage last night to throw up blood? So you're telling me that because I threw up blood, they decided my body was too physically inconsistent for the job and they were going to fire me? She said that is correct, leaving the production before the moment of your leaving the stage to throw up blood. She went on to say, I don't know much about you, but what I know is that you like to pick battles. So let me know. So let me know if I need to take you out for lunch or anything tomorrow, so you don't take this to Twitter and start fighting with the theater. A lot more was said. I've embarrassed myself enough. The phone call ended without me having the opportunity to advocate for staying in the show. The last 3 days of the run followed. I didn't throw up blood a single time, even overnight, which is very common for me. I spent most nights experiencing that. Removing a disabled actor from playing a disabled character that you gaslit this actor into believing was not actually disabled is a wrongful termination on the basis of discrimination against disabilities. I was the first to be open about this, but I need to protect other disabled actors. I need to protect other disabled workers in any career field. Telling someone that their body is too physically inconsistent for theater, not just the theater that I was in, the Mccarter, but regional theater and Broadway. You can't say that to someone and get away with it. You can't. That is not fair. After the work that I bring to the character, to try and give him a chance to be seen for more than his disabilities. And I am so sorry to be taking a part of your day to have to explain this to you and make this known to you. But beyond advocacy and attempting prevention, I can't stop the fact that these people still do what they do with their jobs, that they still, behind closed doors, say these things, and they still convince themselves that they're right. There's nothing wrong with performative allyship. There's nothing wrong with having illegally fired someone. There's not, how? In case you're ever wondering whether or not that lunch would have made any, I love people. I want to protect them. I want to keep them safe. That lunch wouldn't have done shit.